Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday. Hopefully you're doing better than my scanner is doing. It's not doing well today. It's struggling. So today is the first day of the year. Well, technically not the first day of the year, but you know what I mean. First day this fall where the show starts before the sun is officially up. And that will continue to get worse before it gets better. So it's going to be a little dark the first bit of the shows the next couple month and a half or so. And then it'll start to get a little better. The show started today at 6:45. Sunrise was at 6:46. So it's just going to keep getting worse. Good morning, Alan. Good to see you here. Brandon, thanks to you two for being here nice and early. We got Keith in the house. Christine, Ian, Hawaiian C. All the cool kids are here this morning. Hello, Ron, John, Kenny. So we just missed the Queen coming in. It was, by the time I realized where it was already next to the trees over there. So I was looking for it in the wrong place, thought it was a couple minutes out, but it was a couple minutes in, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. The next one in, though, is a Southern Air Express. And that'll be followed by a FedEx. We have the guy who's going to idle his car for an hour sitting behind me again. A billion parking spaces, but for some reason he always parks right next to me and I just sits there and idles. Is he moving? Maybe you heard me. Oh, he's moving. Maybe he's watching. If you're a viewer, come back, idle next to me, I don't care. I think I have a neutral density filter on. Hold on one second. Clear. Okay. Let's see if that's a little. Oh, that's a little brighter. Neutral density filters don't like the dark. So that one there is a 777. It came in from Oakland. Right behind it, we're going to have an Aloha air cargo coming in from Lehue. Yeah, Brandon, I'll let you and Rainbow Love work that out. I'm not getting into that. the Aloha cargo is still a little bit of there, so I'll show you the sunrise. It's coming up right over Diamond Head right now. Hello, Rainbow Love. How are you? Okay, let's see if we can get the let's see if we can get that Aloha air cargo. It's over there somewhere. Come back to the sunrise here in a second. This is a 737-400, if I remember correctly. No, it's a 300. Ah, it's a 300. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Hello, Fun Air 69. CFI on the fly. What did I get for trusting my memory? The first of our 757s is already heading over this way. It's a little early. Took off a couple minutes early. It's supposed to arrive way early. That's weird. It's scheduled, and its actual departure time is only 6 minutes off. So it was scheduled for 6:51. It took off at 6:54. So that's only 6 minutes early. But it is scheduled to get here 35 minutes early. How does that work? How come that never works when I'm a passenger on the plane? Keith, they say it's about a 25% chance of rain today. Truck cam again. A 25% chance of rain here. But that's like normal percentage. Every day, you can pretty much count on there being a 20% chance of rain somewhere. So it looks cloudier than normal, but I don't think we're gonna get any weather. I hope. I'm not in the mental mood to deal with rain today. Oh, just as I say that, I felt a sprinkle. I don't know how there's a sprinkle. There's nothing there. Maybe someone's spitting on me. So I'm a... Well, it's 25% here, Hawaiian Sea, but it's probably 100% at my house. It's probably raining at my house right now. It was raining just before I left. But that's the beautiful thing about Hawaii is even if it's raining, it's probably not raining everywhere. There are occasions where it does, but most of the time, windward and Mauka showers. Keith, PDX, is here for the same reason I am. The tomfoolery and the 22s. Well, thank you very much for being a very long time member. 18 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Keith. Hopefully we'll have a little of both of those today. Or even a lot of both. I can handle a lot of both of those today. That would be fun. I have promised myself today will be a rant-free show. So if you came for a rant, hopefully you'll be disappointed, because I'm seeing if I can go one full day without hitting that disclaimer button. Well, all I know is what AccuWeather tells me. AccuWeather, for me, seems to be the most reliable here at the airport. Because all the apps, this is not a rant. I'm not going to rant. I'm just having a little conversation here. All the apps use different weather models. So there's all these... it's like where they say we're gonna make this new standard. Like, we're gonna make a new wrench that's gonna be the standard, and everybody will use this wrench from now on. It's gonna replace these 7 other wrenches, and no one will have to use those 7 other wrenches anymore because we have this brand new one. But what happens is then you have 8 different wrenches, and everybody uses 8 different wrenches. So it's like weather models. Somebody came up with a weather model and said, "Hey, this is a pretty good weather model." And then somebody else came along and said, "Hey, my weather model is a little better. We should all use it." And the guy said, "Well, I still like my first one." So then there was 2 weather models, and so on and so on. And they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends. And now there's like 8 weather models. So if you ever watch a hurricane path, like when they do the hurricane predictions, we get a lot of those out here because every time we get a hurricane, it's like 2 weeks almost before it actually gets here. So, because they all start around the Baja California Peninsula and work their way this way. So it's a good 10 days before they ever get even close. So there's a lot of time just to twiddle your thumbs and look at weather models. And they'll have like 8 different lines to tell you, oh, this weather model goes this way, and this weather model goes this way. And so they all differ a little bit, but I found that the AccuWeather for this at the airport works the best. It does work. It beats the local forecast, and it beats the Weather Channel app, and it beats. I think it's pretty accurate. I'm pretty happy with it. Its radar is horrible though. The Weather Channel's app's radar is better. Its future predicting radar is better. So you gotta using all the tools at my disposal. I used to have a weather station in the truck that was had a wind that escapes me. What's the wind thing? The wind speed indicator. And it had a temperature thing in it, and I could bring it up on the screen. It was really neat. I really liked it. Hey, and it was really cool. Could bring it up on the screen. Show the wind right here, and then dummy me dropped it. I never bought another one. Well, I have to try that one, see if on the fly. I've never tried that one. I do like Cloudy. Have you guys used Cloudy? It's a really good, very in the weeds weather app. I used that a lot when I was doing more astrophotography because it was very good at predicting clouds. And as you might have guessed, astrophotography and clouds do not play well together. So it was really good. And that's where I started to learn about all the different weather models and how vast and varied they are. Because that one you can actually pick your weather model. You're not limited to whatever the app decides to use. That one has all the weather model, well, not all of them, but most of them, where you can flip between them. And you could decide for yourself what you wanted to use. But I don't use Cloudy anymore because I don't do much astrophotography anymore, and that's really disappointing. I really miss that. Maybe next Milky Way season I need to take a month off from live streaming and just do all astrophotography all month. And maybe do astrophotography live streams. That would kill my channel. Alright, so the next one is another... Okay, maybe I lied about him getting away from me. The next one is another Aloha air cargo. Is there an O'Malley sighting? Oh, the O'Malley cat. Okay, so that one was a 400. Then we should have that FedEx that I was talking about that's going to be here. I don't understand how that's possible. 37 minutes early, but it only left 6 minutes early. I'm telling you, there's a, somewhere between here and Maui, there's an express lane. It, for some reason, you can get from here to Maui in less time than they ever tell you. Because usually on a Hawaiian flight, it's like 27 minutes. They always tell you like 20. I think it's 27 minutes from Oahu, from Maui to here. And I know Mrs. Reverse Ops did that once in 17 minutes. I was waiting for her here in this very parking lot to pick her up. And from wheels up to wheels down, it was 17 minutes. That guy's got some super illegal tint. Keith, he just went into the gate, so he's not in his truck anymore. I tell you, too bad he can't see. He's got the like super illegal tint on his truck. How's it going?
That's it. You're flying on your plane.
Huh?
You said you're flying on your plane.
Oh, trying.
That's a camera.
Yeah. So I'm live streaming the planes on YouTube.
This is the first time I've been coming out at least six nights or 7 nights.
Yeah.
And nobody ever tell me the location, who I gotta contact, what I gotta do. There's no information. All I gotta do is come out. If I follow that crowd, I see millions of cars out there. How in the world am I supposed to find out which is the car that has an angel inside?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But why these cars parked all over here?
Well, these cars are people who work in here usually.
Why are they working over here?
Yeah, they work in the general aviation. Well, I mean, it depends on which plane you're talking about.
See, that's the thing. People not telling me which plane. They tell me, I go out up to Manoa. I go all over the place.
Yeah, because you can go to the website for the airport. It'll tell you all the planes that are leaving for the day.
For me, I don't know how to use cell phone. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just throw everything away. I buy brand new ones. I throw them away because I don't understand it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the only way nowadays to get it is to look on either the website or the app.
So I'm over here for nothing then.
Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know what you're looking specifically for.
Yeah, people ask me the same question.
If I knew what plane you were looking for, I could probably try to help you out, but I don't know what plane you're looking for.
Well, the people I'm talking to, like a police officer, one time he stopped me, and it was nighttime. And then he asked me, at a plain blue sky, do you know where you're at? I said, this is my first time here. It's on Kirsten, I've never been here in my life. And I say, if it's dark, how am I gonna know what? You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I have to get back to this because I got a bunch of people I'm talking to online. But good luck. I hope you find the plane you're looking for. She might be able to help you. She's one of the security guards. She might have better information. She might have better information. She's one of the security guards. This is our second FedEx. It was the same one that was here the other day. I recognize the picture on Flight Radar. I wish I had better advice for that guy, but I don't know how to help that guy. He was telling me he was looking for a car with an angel in it. The next one coming in this side is a 717. It is coming in from Maui. It has been in the air for 21 minutes. Oh, wow. Again, it left 5 minutes late. It's going to show up 14 minutes early. So there's definitely a time warp between here and Maui. Aye. I was just listening to that song last night. Okay, we got the 717 coming in. Oh, sorry, that not 717. A PC-12 coming in. That'll be in here in just a second. That's coming in from Lanai. Hello, Michael. I heard you guys got the new American Airlines retro there the other day. The 777. Speaking of DFW, I was watching Runway DFW last night. He's stealing my bits. He had fighter jets. He had F-18s at Love Field. I was jealous. Well, I mean, we get plenty of fighters here. I shouldn't be jealous. But he got to see them very close up. They were right on top of him. I didn't get to watch the whole show. I don't know how many took off, but I think there was 3 there. And unfortunately, the one that did take off while I was watching took off on the other side, so we just caught it in the air. But not something you normally see at Dallas Love Field. I don't know. Walt's pretty crafty. I think he could. But I'm a big Reddit reader. If you guys, that's where I get all my news from Reddit. And I subscribe to the Dallas section of Reddit. And last night there was all kinds of wild information about what the planes were. People were saying they were B-1s. People were saying they were... One guy said they were F-14s, which was kind of... I don't know where he's getting his information. Because apparently you could hear them everywhere last night in DFW. Right around 5:30 they were flying all over the place. And then one guy was claiming they had to be they had to be F-18s because they had a single afterburner. So, I don't want to sound like I'm gatekeeping and making fun of people who don't have the knowledge, but it was just humorous to read. I have not had a Pop-Tart today. I might have a Pop-Tart later because usually during the week, I don't want to break the illusion, break the mystique of me and Pop-Tarts or anything. Still love Pop-Tarts, still eat them all the time, but I don't eat Pop-Tarts every day. There are days I don't eat a Pop-Tart. Usually on show days that are in the middle of the week, or even like regular work days, I guess, technically, I will have Nutri-Grain bars. So I'll have a couple of Nutri-Grain bars when I get to work, and that's probably what I'll have today, but I was thinking, just as I was saying that, I think I'm out of Nutri-Grain bars at work, so paging Mrs. Reverse Ops. If you're making out a list for us to get stuff at Sam's Club, add Nutri-Grain bars to the list, please. Yeah. Quack. Quack. I need a quack sounder. We got Air New Zealand heading this way. It's a Dreamliner 9. It's about 10 minutes out. Probably will go the other side. We'll get it try to get it in the air. Unless something interesting pops up on this side. Wow, it sounds like the Met office is serious about their weather. Oh, was that the Met? Is that Met like metropolitan, like as in the UK? Yeah, Hawaiian Sea. I'm usually, I don't like having breakfast for breakfast, if that makes sense, but I like having breakfast for lunch. So I like pancakes and stuff like that for lunch, but I usually don't eat it for breakfast. But then I don't eat eggs, so it's really weird when you gotta go to a restaurant and tell them you don't want eggs. They get confused. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Honolulu. My name is Patrick, right there. Wait, going back, it's gotta go backward. There we go, right there. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. And we are gonna have a No Rant Thursday, ? So we'll see how that goes. But thanks all for being here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here 100 times, welcome. We are an aviation live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. It kind of went off the rails with this finger thing, and I got lost in my little speech. We're based at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right over here. It is 3 or 4 miles west from downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, which is on the beautiful island of Oahu, the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu. We are on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago. See, I'm all messed up today. I tried the finger thing. I tried to be cute with the finger thing, and now I'm lost in my own little speech here. So we're just gonna skip right to the end. We're here for planes and stuff and things. And so, welcome. If you're enjoying yourself, hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button, because I know about 50% of you are not subscribed to the channel, and that's a shame. So we're trying to get to 20,000 by the end of the year. We're getting very close. We're well past 19,000 now. We had a big bump earlier this month. A lot of new subscribers. So thanks to all the new subscribers. We got a little ways to go. We're trying to get there. Very close. If you could help out, I appreciate it. There's also a bunch of other ways to help out, where you can go over to reverseops.com/find me, or if you're on your television set, you hit that QR code with your mobile phone and it'll take you right there, and that'll have every way to help out the channel, and also has all my social medias on there: the Instagram, the Discord, the Facebook, all those jazz. Takes you, there's a link on there to HNL Ops, which is our companion channel, which right now is running the 360 camera that's over my head. So in fact, you can see it through the mesh over my head, right? See, I'm doing the finger thing again. It's right there. There's the 360 camera. I'm going backwards. There it is. There's the 360 camera. But that'll give you a view of kind of what I'm seeing right now. So it's pretty neat. So Air New Zealand is making the turn. Should be going over Ko'olina in a second. So, but welcome. Have a good time. If you need anything, let me know. Hello, Stefan. Good to see you. Hello, Mark. RSVP's in the house. Peter. We have a Sydney sighting. We had a Sydney sighting a little while ago, and I forgot to say hi. We have a Jane Chu is here. Ah, Jane too also doesn't eat eggs. I don't actually know if I'm allergic to eggs because I can eat like breads and cakes and things and stuff that has eggs in it. But when I was a small child, my older sister was allergic to freaking everything. Everything my parents fed them, she was allergic to. So when I came around, they decided, hey, let's ease off feeding him stuff because he might be allergic to the same stuff. So when I was a small child, I didn't eat a lot of things that she was allergic to because they figured I might be too. Well, either I never was or I grew out of them because most of the things that she was allergic to, I'm able to eat now. Chocolate, tomato paste stuff, things like that. The one thing that I could never get to trying was eggs because I found them revolting. Not just disgusting, revolting. I found eggs revolting, so I have never eaten it, and I will freely admit it's because I find them revolting. So I've never eaten an egg. The closest I ever came to eating an egg was when me and Mrs. Reverse Ops were first dating. We were at a party for my work, and that's interesting. That's very interesting. Wonder who he works for. Oh, got the sheriff right behind him, so I wonder if he works for the sheriff. No, he's parking. I don't like him. And I can't rant. I already promised I wouldn't rant, so now I can't rant. But I don't like that guy over there. Oh, Jane ends up sick. See, I don't know if I would end up sick. I just find them, I feel sick just thinking about eating an egg right now, though. But the closest I ever got was, there was a thing on a buffet table, and I asked what it was, and Mrs. Reverse Ops was completely wrong about what it was, and it turned out it was these little quiche squares that had the egg. And I got it in my mouth, and I spit it out. What did I do, Mrs. Reverse Ops? I didn't rant. She's. What did I do? Oh, is it because I told a story about her? Oh, sorry. I apologize. It wasn't bad. You just misidentified a dessert item. I could tell some worse stories. Oh, no. No, not the... I don't even know who the guy is. She's saying don't tell people I don't like someone. It's a small island. No, he's just... I'll explain later. And I'm allowed not to like people. This is a free country still. Well, I guess it's still a free country. That was Air New Zealand coming in from Auckland. It was a Dreamliner 9. Speaking of early, our first A380 is also very early today. It'll be here in about 10 minutes. It is over halfway between the island of Kauai and Oahu. Yeah, Hawaiian Sea. I think I'm the only person in the world who likes their base livery more than the all black. The all black looks nice, but I like the regular base livery better. Hold on, I have to do a sticking my tongue out emoji back to Mrs. Reverse Ops. All right, next one coming in our side is a little smaller than that A380 we're about to see. It's a Sky Courier. It's a FedEx feeder operated by Corporate Air. Hello, GameTube 360. Welcome. Michael, I 100% agree with you on that. That is my absolute favorite livery of all time. And a DC-10 with that chrome American Airlines livery is about as, in my opinion, it's about as good as it gets. Oh, we got Henry in the house. Hello. Yes, I am. Nice. Sorry about that. There's a guy playing a radio really close, so I had to lower everything a little bit. Oh, now he raises it. I hope not either. All right. Okay, he turned it off. Alright, so behind that Sky Courier, we're going to have another Sky Courier. This one belongs to Lanai Air. I'll give you one guess where it came from. The A380, the first of the two today, is just about to cross the west coast of the island. Pardon me. So the Super is now officially on final. It has crossed over Ko'olina. So we should be getting a good shot of it here in about a minute. While we're waiting for it, we will thank Ian. Our good friend Ian Lane has been with us for 18 months at the 717 level. It says loving the variety and the chill out vibe. Well, thank you very much. I'm a very chill out vibe kind of guy. So, did I get Brandon Rabbits? I don't remember saying that. I remember I got Keith's, the tomfoolery. Okay. I think I missed Brandon. Brandon has been for 20 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Brandon. Our newest mod. Had to interview him in person before I made him a mod. So he passed the test. He's still on his probationary period, so feel free to haze him. But thank you very much, Brandon. And Jane Chu, well, I'm going to take the, there we go. Another great mod here is coming with a 5-pound super chat. Thank you very much. Jane Chu is always helping out the channel in multiple types of ways. Thank you very much, Jane. So, okay, we should be able to see the super now with the super zoom. So let's see if we can find that in the air. Thanks again, Jane, and to all of you. Let's go over to super zoom. It's above. There it is. There she is. Sorry, I'm trying to mitigate the wind movement, and it's not doing it. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. So the weather today called for 12 steady, 17 gusts today through about 9 o'clock. And then it was supposed to get higher as the day goes by. It's weird, the pop-up doesn't show your wrench. That's weird. I was confused for a second. Our very good friend Sydney at 34 left. Long-time member has upgraded her membership to the 330 international level. You'll be able to experience very odd Hawaiian routes, like Seattle to Tokyo. Sorry you can't go to Fukuoka anymore. They canceled that one 2 days ago, so I apologize for that. But you will be able to take the longest domestic, U.S. domestic flight. It goes from Honolulu to Boston. You can visit Sarah up there. take that quick before they cancel that one too. But O'Malley will be by with your pog drink soon, so thank you very much. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. Sarah, that is completely understandable. There's too much. Sometimes too much is too much, if you know what I mean. Which it sounds like you do. So. I always knew you loved the leaf blowers. Ooh, we have a random spotter. Code share crew alert. The code share crew signal was up in the sky and come on there, random spotter. You've met O'Malley. Do you really need to ask that question? Yeah, Cindy, that brings up a good point. I don't know what I'm going to do about that level name when Alaska takes all the Dreamliners away. That's a future me problem though. We'll worry about that when it gets there. All right, this is a Hawaiian 717. I'm going to guess it's coming in from Lihue. That's my guess. I haven't looked. I'm not cheating. But I'm going to guess Lihue. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, it came in from Maui. How many? 23 minutes. That's almost advertised. Well, Brandon, I don't know if you've noticed, but all the levels correspond with Hawaiian planes. So there's a 717 level, a 321 level, a 330 level, and then when the day the Dreamliner showed up is when I introduced the Dreamliner level. The first commercial flight was the day I introduced the Dreamliner level. So I'm trying to kind of keep that pattern. I guess we could go with I don't know what we could go with. We'd have to figure it out. Because technically they do fly a 1929 pacemaker, so I guess technically we could go with the pacemaker level, but that sounds a little weird. Well, if we keep it with the Hawaiian themed, there'd have to be some major changes to get a 380 level. I do like that, but I like keeping it with the Hawaiian theme. So we'll have to figure it out. Because at the rate Alaska's going, there's going to be no Hawaiian planes left anyway. So I hear something over my head. Ooh, that's a big plane. That is a big plane over my head. It's about to cross there. Oh, there it was, right there. Yeah, El Toro, I was thinking of that too. I mean, there's a lot of planes to choose from if you go Legacy. And I could even throw a DC-10 in there. I know they had DC-10s. I believe they had DC-8s as well. I have to go look in my memory bank because I don't remember. This is the All Blacks. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't. The random spot. I said it, and then I was like, that really doesn't have the ring to it. I could go with Valencia level, but then I'd have to say that word a bunch. We'll see. We'll keep. Maybe we'll go Legacy. I don't think they ever had a 747. I think the biggest thing they had was a DC-10. Misses her first ops level there. There you go. That's the $1,000 a month level. It raises an interesting question. I do have a really cool picture. I think I posted it on the Discord at one time of Hawaiian Airlines DC-10s in Manchester. One single, sorry, DC-10 in Manchester. They were doing some promotional tour with the plane, so it wasn't a scheduled service to Manchester. Oh, thanks, Ian. Oh, that Atlas wasn't on Jet Tip this morning. I guess it's been here a bunch lately then. Because the way Jet Tip works, if you guys haven't used Jet Tip, they're not sponsors, but if they want to be a sponsor, I got an email address they can email. But I talk about them enough where they probably don't need to sponsor. They don't need to pay me. It has 3 levels. The white is just generic. It's here all the time. The blue is it's been here a couple times in the last month, and orange has been here 1 or 2 times in the last month. So if it doesn't show up blue or orange, it's here a lot. So this Atlas must have been here a lot. So this 717 is heading off to Maui. So we've had a lot of Maui flights already. In fact, Mrs. Reverse Ops was on one of these yesterday. She had to go to Maui for the day for work. So on both flights yesterday, there and back, Mrs. Reverse Ops asked for the new trading cards. They have Hawaiian Airlines has just introduced in the last week or so trading cards on all their flights, kind of like Delta does. So there's, I thought it was a set of 4, one for each airline or airplane type. But she got 2 different ones for the 717. So there's at least 5 cards. There's probably more. Alright, so that Atlas should be over my head in just a second. So I was going to show you what they look like today, but I forgot to get them from her last night. She was tired and I was tired, and we just kind of sat on the couch and vegged, and I forgot to ask her for them. But she showed me, she took pictures of them and showed them to me, sent them to me when she got them. So one of them was kind of a generic thing, and then one of them was actually signed by the pilot. But with all that said, my offer still stands. If anybody can get me a set of them, I will trade you a T-shirt from my shop for them. If somebody can get me a set of the Hawaiian Airlines trading cards, I'll trade you any T-shirt in my shop for them. Don't try to squeeze in there. Alright, so the next one coming in the other side is that 747. That was weird. So I might have to take. Never mind. We'll fight through it. We'll fight through it. We'll fight through it. 903. Thanks, Ian. Hello, Steven. Alright, so the next one coming out to the reef runway, which we should get before that Atlas, is the Majuro flight. That is United. It's a 737-800, not a MAX. It's heading off to Majuro. Then we should have the back-to-back 757s. I think they're still up. Let's see where they at. Yeah, they're pushed back, but they're only one of them's moving this way. Those are the other two United. Let's see if we can see that Majuro plane. This is the Island Hopper. This is gonna make, I believe it's 4 stops. I believe it's 4 stops, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong about things in the past. Before it ends up in Guam sometime later today. Or I guess tomorrow. It'll end up in Guam tomorrow, technically, because of the time zones. I might have to, let's see the cloud situation. Yeah, let's, we're getting to that point where the wind is just too much for the sunshade, so we might have to take the sunshade down. Luckily, it's kind of cloudy today, so hopefully that won't be a big deal. We'll do that after the next Queen arrival, probably. Ooh, this guy's coming in on a very steep approach. Look at him. It's right there. He's like, I got stuff to do. I don't have time for these long approaches. Alright, so we'll follow United for a second. We'll come back to the Queen when it's just a hair closer. It's still... no, I take that back. We're just going to do the Queen because the Majuro is farther out. See what I mean about the wind? Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so we're going to take down the sunshade because it's getting too windy out here for the sunshade. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, so I've taken down the sunshade and put on my hat. So hopefully that'll help with the wind. Sometimes, depending on the wind direction, the sunshade kind of acts like a sail and just blows around everywhere. So now if you're watching the 360 cam, you can spy right down on me. There's no sunshade in your way. That means I gotta be on my best behavior, not pick my nose or scratch my, you know. So that first 757 is almost down alpha. The second one actually has turned its transponder off. Oh, whoa, no, that's why, because it went out the other runway. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. Where is it at? There it is. It went out 8 left. That's not very nice. Yeah, Jane, I always put sunscreen on my nose, no matter what the weather conditions. And that's why I wear if you're watching the 360 cam, that's why I wear the long sleeve white shirts, to try to mitigate any sunburn. Because I am pasty white and I do burn. This ship here looks like it's heading into Pearl Harbor. I believe this is some kind of tanker, but I'm not a ship spotter, so I'll leave that to the professionals. Hello, H-Dot. So I had a brain melt the other day, and now that H-Dot's here, it reminded me to everyone. I had a brain fart the other day. So we had been doing a contest for the 360 camera. We kind of put that on pause because we didn't have many people entering it, and the people that were entering it already won the shirts. So, but I was sending out the last winner, and in my brain I thought H-Dot for some reason. I looked up H-Dot address and sent it out, and H-Dot got the shirt and sent me an email saying, "What? Okay." Turned out I was supposed to send it to Scottish Linda, Wee Linda. And I messed that up, so I still owe Wee Linda a t-shirt. But you know how that is. Your brain thinks one thing, but your brain's dumb, so it does the wrong thing. That's what I did. Mark, I think that's the one that just came in. 32 is usually the one that just comes in. Okay, the second 757 is coming down here, so we'll get that here in just a second. Should be followed up by a Delta 76, and then it gets a little busy towards the, now that we're in the 8 o'clock hour. Well, you're a winner in my heart, H. Dot, so anti-HP, is that one of the small FedEx feeders? If it is, I can't see those from here. They're taking off on either 4 left or 4 right, and I cannot see that from here. We can see the approach, the landings on, well, the approach on 4 left and 4 right, but it's really hard to see the departures from here because they're literally right behind us. So if anybody sees Wee Linda, tell her I apologize, and I should get that shirt out very soon. I'm a procrastinator sometimes. So I mean, I'm kind of a procrastinator, but it's also, I'm so busy lately. It just when I find free time, it's just, I just want to veg. I'm so busy with work, with regular work and this and all the, you wouldn't believe how much you got to do behind the scenes for a YouTube channel. I was not prepared for all the stuff I have to do behind the scenes. Yeah, we should see that, is that the Dreamliner? Yeah, we should see that Dreamliner here in a minute. I can just make it out in the distance out there. Take care, H. Dot. The Delta 76 heading off to LA with the extra X should be popping around this guard shack here any second. The guard shack is right there. There she is. What's going on with that? What is going on? Hold on. Alright, internet should be back. That was a user error, not a actual internet error. Sorry, my bad. I did something backwards this morning, and that was my fault. Sarah, somebody said it in the chat. If you scroll up a bit, so I forgot what they said, but somebody said it in the chat a minute ago. Oh, they said it right after you. There we go. Sorry. I knew I saw it somewhere. So, I was messing with the encoder last night, and I know, don't mess with the encoder the night before show, la la la. I know, it was bad. But I was trying to set up some stuff to improve the show, so it was worth the gamble. So the encoder has multiple internet connections, and it's for redundancy. And you have a wired internet connection, and then you have a Wi-Fi internet connection. And then you could even install a SIM card for a SIM connection. It's very advanced piece of kit, as the UK people say. And yesterday I had the Wi-Fi on, and so I can mess with it, so I could actually do it away from the truck. And I forgot to turn that off this morning, and so usually I plug it in and then have the Wi-Fi as a backup. Well, I forgot to do that this morning, so the Wi-Fi was working this morning, and as many people know, especially gamers know, Wi-Fi is not good. It's always better to hardwire it, so I had to turn the Wi-Fi off, and now I think we're rock steady now, knock on wood. Yeah, Tuesday. What time did they come out on Tuesday? 9 o'clock? Did they come out 9 o'clock on Tuesday? So, haven't lost hope on the F-22s yet, but what they need to do is put out a schedule. That's what they need to do. That'll be very handy. Alright, so the next plane coming out this way to leave is heading off to San Diego. It's a Southwest Airlines. The next one coming in this side is a Hawaiian, though. It's Hawaiian Flight 1011. It's coming in from Hilo. Then we should have a Hawaiian Flight 6 heading off to Vegas coming down here as well. That'll be a 330. So the Southwest is behind the guard shack. So it's just popped its head around the corner. So we'll flip over here. This is the Southwest that's heading off to San Diego, I believe I said 8 seconds ago and can't remember. Ah, Ricardo, that must be fun. Beautiful city. Very cool airport. It must be a fun job. I believe, isn't San Diego the busiest single runway airport in America? I believe that's true. Wow, 25 years, jeez. Well, congratulations on that. Staying anywhere these days for 25 years is amazing. I applied for a job at Southwest. They didn't want me. So. Funny story about that. I'll tell you a funny story about that here in a second. Oh, Ricardo, I love my day job, so I don't think I'm going to be leaving that anytime soon. I wouldn't mind working for an airline, but I really like my day job, so I don't think I'll be leaving there anytime soon, unless they want me to leave. But I've been there 12 years, so I think they're pretty used to me by now. Well, thank you, Brandon. So they were having a hiring fair, or a job fair. I guess that's more the right word. This is Hawaiian Flight 6 heading off to Vegas. They were having a job fair for Southwest. "38 years, Lord Andrew. That's almost mind-boggling to think about." Of course, a guy. We had a big corporate call yesterday with the home office and everybody, and one of the guys announced his retirement. He had worked for my company since he was 17, and he was retiring after being at the same company for, I think it was 55 years. So he'd never worked anywhere else. His first job was there, and he's there for, I think he said 55 years. So they had this job fair at Southwest, and it was the home office of Southwest, which is at Love Field in Dallas. It's just on the east side, or sorry, the west side of Love Field in Dallas. And if you're familiar with the area, it's right on Mockingbird Lane, and then you turn to go north off Mockingbird Lane, off this street that I can't remember the name of, that goes up to the headquarters. You go north on this street. Well, I was on Mockingbird, and there was a long line of cars in the right lane. And so I kind of passed everybody, thinking it was just normal traffic. And then I got on that side street, and there was still a line of cars on the right lane of that side street. And I thought it was very odd. And then I realized that it was all people waiting to get into the job fair. Like, there was a line of cars, like, I don't know, it had to be 2 miles long of just car after car waiting to get in to this job fair. And so I passed the entrance, and I figure, okay, I'll just turn around and go back and just get in line behind all the cars and wait my turn. So I go up about a quarter mile, and I make a U-turn. I come back towards the entrance, and as I'm coming up to the entrance, they're stopping all the traffic at the front entrance into the parking area, and the guy waves me right in. So they stopped all the traffic for me to wave me in from the other direction. So I skipped a 2 mile long line of cars. So that was probably it was probably a botchy on my end for skipping all those cars, is why they didn't hire me. But it was a kind of an odd job fair. You think of job fairs where you just go up to booth to booth to booth and talk to all these employers. Well, it was one company, so it was like their job fair. So they broke us off into like 4 or 3 rooms, these big rooms. And they had some guy come and give a speech about why you wanted to work for Southwest. And then they taught us songs. I don't remember the songs, but they taught us 2 or 3 songs. Oh, was that Love Field Drive? Okay. They taught us 2 or 3 songs. And they had everybody sing these songs. And then they said, okay, take your resume and stick it in these boxes for each department of what you were applying for. And then when you left, you didn't talk to anybody. Nobody looked at your resume. And then I guess they looked at all the resumes and decided whether they want you. They didn't. They called me back, I think, and then it never got past a phone interview. But I was applying for IT. I wasn't applying for anything airside or anything. I was applying for an IT job. So I guess my IT skill set didn't match what they were needing. So we have a Southwest coming down the reef runway. That is heading off to Vegas. Behind that, we should have a Hawaiian flight heading out to Seattle. That's Hawaiian flight 844. The 777 south of us. It looks like it's going to head off to the reef runway. Or sorry, the 8 left. And then our second A380 is just passing the halfway point between Kauai and Oahu, so it's about 15 minutes out. Yeah, growing up in Dallas, Herb Kelleher was kind of like a local legend. Everybody knew who he was. He was the he was like the Mark Cuban of his day back then in Dallas, with better personality and weirder ideas. Okay, you can lay off a little bit there, anti-HP. This is that Southwest. There's a looks like a PC-12 coming in front of it. No, it's a Sky Courier. Sorry, my bad. There's a Sky Courier here. I was just reminded of this awesome picture I have. It's a Southwest 727 parked on the tarmac. I believe it's at Love Field. And it's got, it's in the very old desert gold livery, the gold and orange livery. And it has two Pacers. I think they're Pacers. I haven't looked at the picture in a while. Two Pacers parked right in front of it. AMC Pacers parked right in front of it that have the same matching paint, the same matching paint job. Alright, so the next one coming in this side is coming in from Memphis. It's a FedEx 777. The 330 is not going to wait for it. Yeah, Ricardo, if you're on the Discord, I'll post that picture on the Discord. Hopefully, I'll get it up there today. Next one coming in this side looks like it's going to be another Southwest. It's about 5 minutes out though. It's coming in from Hilo. There's another Southwest on 8 left, Kailua Kona. Uh-oh, people's names are changing. Look at that. People's names in the chat are changing. No! Wonder why I'm not getting half and half. I'm getting half Brandon, half Rebel. Ricardo, I have not seen that one. I don't think I have A&E. I have YouTube TV, and I'm not sure if I have A&E on that. I know we don't get Lifetime. Is everyone else getting the half names? Because half of the names are coming in with your @ name, and half the names are coming in with the regular names. Anti-HP boss. Yeah, that's the plane I was on. I flew that plane from LA with the extra X to Frankfurt last month. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the last 340 out of LA. Hello, Gabriel. Super 80 Adrian. What are you doing to me? I thought I was gonna hold on to the name. Everybody else got the @ names, and I was. Yeah, it should be here in about 6 minutes. Not even that. Closer than that. See, Brandon keeps going back and forth, though. And Ricardo does, too. Ricardo... Oh, that's cool, Ricardo. I'll have to look that up, see if I get that channel. Because usually you can watch the stuff on paper, or not, what do they call that? Every time I put the... See, O'Malley's back to regular. What are you doing to me? Allen's regular. Alright, so we got a Southwest on the other side coming in from Hilo. That is next, and then second for arrival is the A380. So we'll go over, give the Southwest a little love. We've been talking about them here. Oh, now they're coming back. Perfect is regular. Larry is regular. Oh no, Josh is back to the at. Christine's back to the at. So there's the A380. Wow, that must have been fun, Gabriel. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Yeah, Rodney, YouTube's been going back and forth with that. About 2 months ago or so, or maybe even a little longer than that, they all went to that, and then they all went back. And then the last couple of weeks, I've noticed on other streamers' channels, they've been going back. Right now, we're getting about half and half. Brandon and Gabriel are back to regular names, and Ken and Rainbow Love are back to the at names. Sydney had 2 comments in a row where one is regular, one is the at name. So I don't know what's going on. Alright, Qantas is on its way out here. That is the flight to Melbourne. That should come all the way out here to the reef runway. That's the One World livery today. One World is very popular to Hawaii. That one seems to come here all the time. Yeah, now Rodney's back to normal. So YouTube's having a little bit of a bipolar episode here. Brandon, did you get the reverse ops logos on the Zamboni yet? Well, perfect. At least yours is close, and so we know who you are. And Mark and Rodney, I think we're close. Josh is Jay Aldrich, I think. Ken's is thing. There's some of them that are completely different that I have no idea who the people are. Like Brandon's, his name and his @ name are completely different. So at least most of you, I can figure it out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the other day what causes it, but in this chat, it's happening to people randomly, it seems. Rant-free Thursday. Let's see what mine comes up as. Oh, mine comes up as normal. But it really wouldn't make a difference. My @ is also a reverse op, so. It's always DNS. Alright, so the next one coming in on the other side is a Japan Airlines. It's a Dreamliner 9. It's coming in from, you guessed it, Tokyo. Oh no. Where is this plane from? Tokyo. That was bad. That was horrible. What I don't understand with YouTube is they're trying to push shorts and they're trying to push even live streaming vertical. They're really trying to get TikTok's market, but they still haven't figured out. So they know people on the mobile phones. They want to push people who are on mobile phones to use their product. But they still can't get the tagging right on the chat in mobile. Like if I'm on mobile, it's not a rant, it's an observation. It's not a rant, it's just observational humor, Sydney. When I'm trying to, like last night, I was in Waltstream for a bit, and I don't watch YouTube really on my work computer. I watch it on my phone if I'm going to watch it at work usually. But instead of bringing it up in the YouTube app, I bring it up in a Chrome window, so that way I can get the tagging. See, so now I'm not even sure. Adrian Anderson, I'm not 4530. I might be overthinking. I'm probably overthinking this. But thank you for 9 months at the 717 Inner Island Traveler level. I appreciate that. Sorry it took me a minute or two to get to your message. I was being confused by the hats and stuff, so apologize about that. We have, see, I know this one perfect because it's in this name, but it's perfect dash 0, is that 060 or 060? The at is even on this. So, but thank you for 2 months at the 321 mainland traveler level. I appreciate that. Oh, and now Frank, who I saw one of Frank's comments a minute ago where his was the at, but now he's back to just his regular name. So YouTube is just messing with me now. I think maybe they're trying to push me into a rant. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe trying to poke the bear. But our good friend Frank Schoenstein, a 787 Honu traveler level member, has come in with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you for all your support. I hope you're doing well today. So here's the kangaroo with no hands. Can we do no asterisk Thursday? No, now see, Rainbow Love is back to regular. Thanks again, Frank. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your all your support. We got Sherry, who's back to normal name. We can't keep up with this yo-yo names. But thank you for 10 months at the 717 level. Now see, El Toro says, just trying to figure out the names, and his name goes back to normal. Boy, YouTube is really trying to mess with us today. Okay, there are 3 Hawaiians after this Qantas. The Qantas is going to Melbourne. That's obvious. The 3 Hawaiians behind it are all... well, the first 2 are heading off to Lehue and Kona, respectively. The third one is a 321 heading off to San Diego. But it appears all 4 of those are going to wait for a 717 coming in from Maui. Let's go take the one from Maui. Thank you again, Sherry. Should be, there it is.
Siri is the virtual assistant developed by Apple.
Whoa.
Uses voice commands to inform it.
Not you. My phone just started talking to me too. Alright. Qantas is on the move. All right. Thanks, Ian. Got a queen pushing the back. That's good.
traffic, no factor, contact departure. Roger, got you, 462. Alaska 904, wind 08011, gust 20, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. Alaska 826, runway right minus 08.
So somebody mentioned POG in the chat, and I've been itching to try something that I probably shouldn't mention because Mrs. Reverse Ops is listening. But I'm gonna chance it. Maybe she's on a phone call. So I'll get back to that POG story in a second. So Jet Setter Media, so I don't have that one. I have the NX 800, which I believe is the same camera except for the Z200 has SDI out. So I believe it's exactly the same camera, but mine's actually the NX 800, which is, I didn't need SDI, and this one was about $500 cheaper. So that's why I went with this one. But to answer your question, since it is essentially the same camera, I love it. It's awesome. It vastly outperforms my other camcorders. I had other Sony camcorders before. It has a, as you can tell, it has a very good zoom range. The image stabilization is really the only thing that's, I think it's kind of lacking a little bit on the image stabilization. The standard setting is not aggressive enough, and the aggressive setting has a bunch of jumps in it if you're following things that are fast. But I would highly recommend it. The best thing about it is I can have it sit up there all day in direct sunlight and it never overheats. It has a built-in heat sink and fan, so the thing never overheats. I tried doing this show with a full frame camera with a big nice lens, and those things overheat like crazy. But this is, I highly recommend. They're a little expensive, but I don't regret it at all. There's a nice cheap remote. The Sony remote is very expensive, the zoom remote. There's a nice cheap remote on Amazon that I'll drop in the chat here in a minute. So if you Google search that and look for the one specifically for the Sony camera, I think it's only about $50 or $60, and the remote from Sony is 3 times that or more. But it does zoom and focus control, which really helps a lot for me. Oh, if you already have the Sony remote, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. So back to my POG story. So hopefully Mrs. Reverse Ops is on a phone call right now. Nobody tell her. So there's I like Monster energy drinks. I don't like coffee. I like Monster energy drinks, and I don't drink those all the time either. They're a treat, once in a week treat for me. I used to drink them every day, but now it's a once a week treat or so. But they do have one called something Punch. What do they call it? Let's see if we can call the one. What's the one called? Pipeline Punch. There it is. That kind of tastes like POG, but it's a little too. It's made out of Punch, and I don't really like the Punch ones, so I don't get that one very often. But it's called Pipeline Punch, and it kind of has a POG flavor. That's kind of what they were going for. But the regular Monsters, they do make a guava one, and they do make a passion fruit one, and they do make an orange one. So I've been thinking about, if I take those 3 Monsters and mix them together, I can get a true Monster POG. I can't get bribed on my own channel. That's not very fair. Or extorted, not bribed. I can't get extorted on my own channel. That's not very nice. So Tam's Hobby, which I believe the actual non-at name is Tammy. Thank you very much for the 10-pound super sticker. I appreciate that a whole lot. That'll go towards my Monster POG drink. So just for the record, I wouldn't drink like 3 full cans. I wouldn't mix like 3 full cans and drink 3 full cans of Monster. That would be suicidal. But if I took a third from each can, I think I could do that. A third from each can. This Hawaiian here is a 330. It's coming in from Auckland. Yeah, Tracy, we're all a little bit confused. I don't know why it was doing half and half, and now it seems to be all doing at names again. So, but thank you, I appreciate it. I was trying to see that. I think there was either a 330 or a 777 went over my head. Oh, it was a 777. Disappeared into the cloud bank though. I think that's it's the DHL Singapore Air one. I get a lot of, oh, Monster will kill you. Don't drink that stuff. It'll kill you. It's so bad. Everything in moderation. Just do everything in moderation. You don't need to pound 6 Monsters a day. You don't need to eat 3 bars of chocolate. Just everything in moderation. I'm not the healthiest guy in the world, but I haven't been yelled at by my doctor yet, so I consider that a good thing. All my numbers are good. Thanks, Ian. So next one coming in on the other side is coming in from Tokyo. Narita is a 7-6. It's Japan Airlines. So we will take that while we wait for the Queen to do the little turn on the dance floor. Thanks, Jerry. Hello, Vegas Joe. See, Vegas Joe has the same @name as his regular name. Now, Joe, I don't know if... so the other day, Vegas Joe sent a very nice PayPal donation. And his PayPal donation didn't come in as Vegas Joe, so I didn't get to properly thank him. So... thank you very much for that PayPal the other day. It came in as your regular name, so I didn't notice it at first. I didn't notice it until I fully opened the PayPal app. Or was it one of the apps told me who it was. But thank you very much, Vegas Joe. Really appreciate that. I appreciate also you being a 787 member. I really appreciate that. So thanks for all your support.
Right on Delta 3 Delta Echo and monitor ground. Hey there, 784, 788. Echo, plus Echo, southside ground. Hotel 3, left hotel, contact ground.
Yeah, 4K Aircraft Live. Brendan is an interesting guy. Alright, so this Queen is waiting on a Sky Courier. It's Kamaka Air. It is just about to come over the reef runway right now. So when it's a little closer, it's tiny planes. When it's a little closer, we'll get it. Ooh, a tanker's coming out. All right.
I need a response. Turn right at Delta, then contact ground. Right at Delta, contact ground, clock 408. Get it. I'm going to.
Alright, so the next one departing is a KC-135, that's right there. And we'll get its departure, and then we'll come back and thank 4K Aviation. So if you're not familiar, that's a KC-135. It is an air-to-air refueler. It can also be used to transport troops. The whole upper deck from the front to the back is has seats for troops. Not traditional seats like on a commercial aircraft. They're actually benches along the wall, but they can carry troops if needed. I forget how many exactly, but it's quite a few, probably almost 100. It's a very big plane. So I want to thank our good friend 4K Aviation Live. Not only is coming to us as a new member at the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level, where he will receive all the glorious benefits of the 717 as he zips between the islands. The seats in economy don't recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. O'Malley will be by with your POG drink soon, so if that wasn't enough, he's also gifted 5 reverse ops memberships. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Looks like Trident, Kurt, Noise, Nat, and Abdul are all recipients of that. That's weird. All the gifted names came out without the @ symbols. I don't know what that means. But thank you very much. This is Singapore Airlines. Coach does a deal with DHL. Singapore operates the aircraft. DHL fills the aircraft. So they actually have Actually have Singapore Airlines employed ground crew here, so to work this plane, and there should be another one not far behind it. There's 2 of these a day. So there's that one there. That one's coming in from LAX. There's usually one from Cincinnati as well. Behind that we have our Dreamliner X. That is Korean Air coming in from Seoul. And an interesting fact I learned just the other day. Do you know what the word Seoul means in Korean? I learned this just the other day on a YouTube channel. Don't Google it. That's not fair. Anybody legitimately know what Seoul means in Korean? Well, according to my sources, who are vague and unremembered, it stands for capital. It's Korean for capital city. So makes a lot of sense when you think about it. All right, we have a 717 heading off the reef runway. Go over and take the Dreamliner X coming in from the capital city. So this is has been a Dreamliner X for a while now, except for one weekend where they came back to us with the 747-8. They brought in the 747-8 back for 4 days about a month ago. They're going to do that again for almost the entire month of December. So that flight there will stay the same. It'll still be a Dreamliner X. They're going to add an extra flight for December that'll arrive at 11:10 daily. That flight, the December 1st and 2nd, it will be a 777, and then the rest of the month it'll be a 747-800. So we're going to have a month of 747-800s. So that is awesome news. Unfortunately, it shows up at 11:10, so we won't see it in the weekday shows, but we will see it on the weekend shows. So thanks again, and thank you for being a new member at 4K Aviation Live. You have to check out your channel. Our good friend Frank Schoenstein has come in with 20 big donation. Thank you very much. Bunch of new members today. So all the new members today, we'll get into our past members only streams, which some of them are really good. You should go back and check out the ones in London and the ones in LA. They're a lot of fun. But our next members only stream, which as of right now is scheduled for the day after Thanksgiving. So when I put the new schedule out this weekend, look for that. But it should be next, is that next Friday? A week and a couple days away, a week and 1 day away. I have the day after Thanksgiving off, so we're going to do a members only stream that day, so keep an eye out for that. So all the new members in the chat, everybody who just turned green, make sure you keep an eye out for that because you'll be able to see it. But thank you very much, Frank. Frank's another huge supporter of the channel. 787 level member. So thank you very much, Frank. It's weird that the names in the chat of the recipients are their screen names, like Michael Thomas and Flying Family Physician. Oh, Flying Family Physician, welcome back. 83-year-old Gav Geek, you've been a member before. Aviation Seattle, Thomas, Moni, Greg, Michael, Chuck, Ken, Megan, thanks all for being subscribers and being into the pool of people that can receive memberships. But all of you, please join me in thanking Frank again. That's a huge gift. But all those names are regular screen names, but all the other names have gone to @ symbols. Cody PY, not today. I haven't seen any. They're not guaranteed every day, and they don't put out a schedule. But so I don't think it's coming close to 9:30. So I would imagine we're not going to get any today. We had some the other day, and we'll be back out here to try it again next week. It may be just that it's getting close to the holiday, and they're doing different things. Hopefully, last year. I forget what they called it. They had an operation at the end of the year, it was early December, where they were making sure everyone had their flight hours for the year, and they were just setting up, 10 or 12 an hour for about a week and a half. It was awesome, just constantly sending people up. Yes, DW, on Black Friday. I don't have a time for that yet, because it's a week and a half. It's a weekend or so away. So, but it'll. I'll try to make it a time when most of you are able to watch this show. So I'm not gonna stick it at 5 in the afternoon where most of you are not able to watch. So, we have the Peacock A380 in the house. Hello. Well, Trident Ken, it'd be a lot easier for me if they did. Yeah, what was I forget the name of the operation last week, or last year. Sortie Surge is what they called it. It's Surge Week. According to the AI on Google, it was December 16th through the 19th. I think it was longer than that, because it was about a week. I thought it was even longer than that. So, Google says it's annual. Let's see if we trust Google AI. So, Operation Sortie Surge. But it was to get everyone, all the pilots and reserve pilots, all their hours in. No, red flag is Nellis, right? We have Aloha Century Aloha, which is usually a twice yearly exercise with another Air Guard unit coming in to participate. That's usually twice a year, early in the year. And then we have the big one. I forget what's the big one. My memory is horrible. So it was this year, so it won't be next year. It's every other year. Yeah, usually they put out a press release, Ken, either the Monday before it starts or the day before it starts. They'll put out a press release on things like that. And you always know it's over when the Hawaii Air Guard Instagram puts out a photo montage of the exercise. That's how you know it's over. Rim pack, yes, thank you, CFI on the fly. That's the one I was thinking. That's an every other year. That is a much bigger than a Hawaii deal. That stands for Rim of the Pacific. So it is multi-nation, multi-force. Takes place in almost the entire Pacific region. So we are a tiny cog in that wheel. But we do get a lot of interesting stuff here. Last time we had Luftwaffe Eurofighters here for that. TRA 757-200. Yes, we are right next door, just on the other side of those trees right there. Just on the other side of these trees is Hickam Air Base, which is a part of Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickam. So they share the runways with Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. So they used to have their own runway at Hickam, but it was really short, and they got rid of it a long time ago. So now they share all the runways over here, and that borders Pearl Harbor, so you have Pearl Harbor Naval Base there as well. Didn't the F-18s go to your side, Gabriel? So we have 3 Air Guard units here plus the Air Force. So we have air mobility, which is the C-17s. Then we have air refueling, which is the 135, the KC-135s. And then we have the 19th and 199th Fighter Squadrons. Those are all F-22s. The 199th Fighter Squadron is the Air Guard portion of that. The 19th is the regular Air Force side. But because of where we are, yes, all 3, active, guard, and reserve. So because of where we are, we also get a lot of things that stop through here for strategic reasons, for refueling reasons, for the pilot to take a nap, whatever. So we get some weird stuff through here. We've had B-52s here, we've had B-2s here, we've had B-1s here, we've had U-2s here. We've caught the U-2 several times in a stream leaving out of here. Usually we get C-17s or C-5s rolling through here. So you never really know what you're going to see here. So we have another queen lit up, so hopefully that queen is quick because we got to get out of here. Oh yeah, Gabriel, Hawaiian Pyro there, he lives on the other side of the island, right by K-Bay, which is the Marine Air Base over there. So they have the drones and the Ospreys over there. So he gets that all day, and then he gets C-17s doing touch and goes all day. Did you rat me out, Rainbow Love? Alright, so the next one coming in on this side is a 717. It's coming in from Hilo. It is right on top of us, right here. Oh yeah, he's got the Hawkers. We had those here. Were you in the stream, Gabriel, when they had one of those over here? For a couple of days, a week and a half ago or so, we had one of those coming in out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also get some ships rolling by into Pearl Harbor. We've seen almost everything but a aircraft carrier. We keep missing the aircraft carriers, but we have seen a few Ohio and Los Angeles class submarines go rolling by down at the end of the runway. December 20th. What is that? What day of the week is that? Ooh, that's a Saturday. That is a definite possibility. Remind me early or really close to that. And we're usually here on Saturdays till about 1, so it's definitely a possibility. In fact, that Saturday we might do a late start, so we'd be here till about 2. So remind me when he gets closer to December 20th, and we'll definitely see what we can do. Thanks again, Frank. I really appreciate it. So that's a Gulfstream G650. You could have told me it was almost anything but a Falcon and I would have believed you. Definitely. Hashtag fancy jet, yes. Is that one of those planes where the base price is like 20 million or 30 million and they just add $1 million for every window? Hello, Chris. Thanks for being here. Alright, so it looks like the Queen has pushed. So hopefully gets a little move on when we can end the show with that. I don't have a lot of wiggle room with the end time today, but we have a couple minutes wiggle room. But in fact, let's make sure. Don't go. So I'm gonna play the credits. Don't go anywhere. We're not ending just yet, but I want to play the credits to make sure we get those in, because the members on this credit stream really mean a lot to me. You guys. So I want to make sure I get this in. We're not going anywhere just yet, so don't go jumping off to the next stream. But I want to make sure I get this in. We got that fancy jet. Hopefully we have this Queen coming up behind us. And we have a next arrival that we're going to see is coming in from Maui. It's a 717. It's Hawaiian flight 1055. Once again, Hawaiian's famous inter-island leave late, but get there early. Oh, we're 36 likes to 400, guys. I think we can get there. Okay, I think I just heard the Queen fire up. Oh, we got Air New Zealand coming out here too. So we have about 10 minutes before I gotta really pack it in and start hauling butt to work. There's a Hercules out there. It looks like it might be lining up for arrival. Oh no, that came out of Cape. That came out of Kapolei. That's not going to land here. Oh, sorry, I missed the fancy jet. So if you were gifted a membership today, and you're not going to see your name in the scroll today, but if you come back on Saturday, we'll update and your name we'll get your name in there. I update the scroll. I try to update it every Friday night. It's interesting. I'm interested now that everybody's an @ name in the chat, what they'll show up when I download this list, what they'll show up as. I'd like to thank the world's most dangerous mod crew: Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, Quack, Jane, Allen, and Brandon Rabbit. Special shout out to Steve Rogers and Frank. And an extra special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops. Don't go back and listen to the replay of this stream. Alright, so we have a Southwest that is working its way down Juliet. That is heading off to Lehue. Lehue is on the island of Kauai. That is west of us. It's one of the only. It's one of the two islands west of us, but the only one that you can go to. Behind it will be Air New Zealand. That's Flight 9 heading back to Auckland. So we'll definitely be able to see those two. I don't know if this Queen's moving yet or not. It doesn't. It's telling me no, NA on the speed, so I don't think it's moving yet. Oh, we have ANA. Our third ANA of the day is coming in over there. This is a Dreamliner ANA. This is coming in from the other side of Tokyo. So the Dreamliner here comes in from Haneda. The A380s come in from Narita. They don't fly A380s out of Haneda. So Southwest headed off to Lehui is on the move already, so we'll get that. Nice steep rotation out of the inter-island flights. Ooh, 10 to 400. Alright, so the Queen is moving. Hopefully it's moving fast enough. Come on, little Queenie. We got 7 minutes for you to get out of here. Our good friend H dot, or as I should say, at H_dot_in_1 is coming with a 25-pound super chat. Thank you very much. Says I love her enormous t-shirt. Well, you're quite welcome. That was a brain fart on my end, and it's a little humorous, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Alright, so this is the, let's see, this is Air New Zealand heading back to Auckland. Behind it we'll have Virgin America flight 271 heading to Ontario. We should get both of those. And we should get the Queen. The Queen is actually moving now. I can see the shark tail. So let's see if we can get a little shark tail action, or shark fin action, I should say, before the New Zealand goes. The Kiwi gets out of here. Where's the shark? Hey, how's it going? Okay, I can't afford the copyright, so everybody hum the theme to Jaws in your head. If you guys aren't watching the 360 cam, man, there's all kinds of craziness going on around me everywhere. Cars parked everywhere, police going by, plane spotters, queens going by. Alright, so this queen will be our Honolulu plane of the day. But next out, we're going to have probably 2, possibly 3 in front of it. We have the, right now they're waiting on a Cessna to come in, but the next flight out will be Virgin America flight 271 off to Ontario. DW, I'll agree with that, except for the American Shorty Dreamliner, that Dreamliner 8 from American. I do not like that one. But the bigger Dreamliners, well, I'll agree. Of course, I really like the 777 too. I don't know. I like the very back seats in economy on the 777 where it goes from 3 against the window to 2 against the window. I like those seats. I mean, it's all the way in the back of the plane, and you got to get, it takes you forever to get out of the thing, but it's a lot of comfort back there. Alright, this is Southwest here. This one's heading off to Kailua Kona. See if we get the steep rotation out of these. These inter-island Southwest flights, when they leave inter-island, they do a very steep rotation usually. Except for when I talk about it. It's kind of steep, yes. Yeah, TRA 757. I wish my budget could accommodate seat 1A. My budget doesn't make that. I'm a I'm an exit row economy type of first class person. I like that's my first class is the exit row and economy. They don't have a state police. They have a police force on each island. So El Toro asked about the state police. There are no like state trooper or things like that here. They have each island has their own police department. Maui is a county thing, so it's it's Maui, Lanai, and Molokai. That's Maui's police department. But then there's also other police forces here. There's a sheriff, which usually the sheriff is for serving warrants, the courts, protecting the courts and protecting the airports. But you'll see a lot of the sheriffs around here because we're at the airport. So that's the ones that usually come through this parking lot. They're usually sheriffs. There's also a harbor police for the harbor here, and I'm assuming they have it at maybe Maui as well, and Kahului. They have harbor police. I think that's it. Well, they do have military police, so they have the military police. You see them out on the roads every once in a while. Yeah, 757, I usually get gold or platinum on American just by the fact that I do go to the mainland a couple times a year, and then every once in a while we'll go to Europe. So I do end up getting gold or platinum on American, but getting a upgrade on American lately has been almost non-existent. Ever since they went to the smaller planes going to LA, so they've switched to the 321s going to LAX and Phoenix. You hardly ever get upgrade on there because there's only 12 or 16 first class seats. And if you're gold or platinum, there's usually a platinum pro or 10 in front of you. So alright, so this is our Honolulu plane of the day, UPS, heading off to Sydney. So the problem with that, Brandon, is I'm the person, me and Mrs. Reverse Ops are the type of person they want to shop on those portals because we're the ones who always forget to cancel all that stuff. So we get the introductory stuff and then forget to cancel, and we hate that. I believe that might be true, 757-200, because I believe the AA Miles credit card system is worth more than AA itself. Alright, well, it's time for me to go. I have to get to work. I am way behind schedule waiting for that queen, so I gotta hustle. So thanks a lot, everyone. We'll see you back here on Saturday. Remember, I had to switch Saturday to a early morning show, so we'll be back here 6:45 on Saturday morning. Hope you're here with us. Have a great rest of your week. Be happy, be safe to each other. Take care. Aloha, everyone. Oh, I forgot. We're going to switch you over to the 360 camera on the way out of here. So as soon as the stream ends, I'm going to switch you to the 360 camera so you can see how fast I bust everything down. So, all right.